All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are doing fine. My name is Julius Kabanda, and I come from Masaka. So happy to have you here, and it's a pleasure to work with you this morning. So I hope we share the link to a different group. I have not personally shared this link anywhere. That's why I'm a little bit slow. I'm trying to share. So let's share the link. In the next 2 minutes, we get started. So let us share the link. Let us share the link. I'm trying to share too. Let us share the link. Let us share the link. Let us share the link. Okay. Those that are not buying crypto, today I've seen El Salvador. Okay. I hope I've shared enough. Maybe just to share to the Telegram group. I see people shared the same link for yesterday. Okay, but today we shall base our sharing on passive trading. One of the main important aspects of a business. And if you grasp passive trading, you are good to go, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. All right. So I hope everything is okay. Okay. All right. I hope now we are good to go. So I will share my screen and right away get started into the training for today. So good morning, good afternoon, protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen. And basically and purely, we are here to talk about trading using our Royalq application. I was okay. So, I'm just checking my app right now to see what is happening, because I've been offline for the last, I think, close to 30 hours. But all right, let's look through what I want to share. Let me start like this. There is the difference between a stack trade and being on floating loss, right? Let me pick it from here. Okay, so there is a very, very big difference between having a stack trade and having a trade in floating loss. So if you have a trade that is in floating loss, you can always change your settings, still be in floating loss, but keep making money. All right. So there is a very, very huge difference between having a floating loss trade and a stack trade. So before I go into the passive trading, I want to congratulate all the solo traders. If you're a solo trader and you're ready to make 0.5 to 5% per day, I want to congratulate you because since I started becoming a solo trader and I basically introduced the trading view idea to as many people as possible who I believe are also going an extra mile to teach their people, that and I also introduced the preset price, one of the third biggest secret of Royalq, that you can go to the market, set your presets as many as possible. Some pick, some do not pick up, and you can basically be able to make some significant profits, all right? So that's not the topic for today. Basically, today I want to go to passive trading. So the first step to develop a passive trading account is to look at three main coins. Okay, these coins are BTC, these coins are ETH, and the other coin is BNB. Now, if you're a busy person and you don't have time for presetting, you don't have time for solo trading, you can take up these three main cryptocurrencies and trade them on a cycle. And so if we do this, ladies and gentlemen, we can be able to make what I call regular, repeated, recurring income. Now, if you decide to trade these three coins, the first question you need to ask yourself, what is the current price of BTC? What is the current price of Ethereum? What is the current price of BNB? Now, let's start with that. Okay. Now, when you look at the price of BTC, is at 20,351. So let us look at this. It is 20,000. Okay, let me just come back. 355. All right. So the first question: how deep are you ready to go? Because when your capital gets depleted, your trade gets stuck. Now, if you are ready to set your margin calls, you are ready to keep buying BTC, to allow your robot to keep buying and selling BTC until BTC gets at what price? The principle is your settings should be between 50%, your margin calls to 80%. Now, let's say BTC is at that price, and you're ready, let me say, to say go 80% deep. It means from the current price, you'll keep trading BTC until BTC gets to 4,000. Now, someone asked me, but will BTC get to 4,000? Nobody controls the market, and nobody can know how deep the market will go. So, if you are deciding to automatically set your board, you are reaching an extent to say, I want to set my calls until BTC gets at this price. So you're going to set your margin call until BTC gets at this price, 80% deep. Someone else would say, I want to set my margin calls until BTC gets 50% deep. It means you'll keep trading BTC until BTC gets at this price. And once it gets at this price, you'll have what you call a stack trade. It means a stack trade is that type of a trade when there is no buying and there is no selling. Now, what is the magic? Because why do we need a board to keep buying? Why do we need a board to keep buying? Because if we don't buy, we shall have nothing to sell. So the idea and the principle of allowing a bot to buy is understanding how the robot works. The robot uses three main principles that make it an amazing application for trading. One, the average price. Now I want you to go back to your trades. When I talk about stack trades, let me look at mine. Let me open up Atom. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to look at this trade. If this robot doesn't buy more Atom, ladies and gentlemen, my trade gets stuck at an average price of 98. But let me give you a trial. Let me show you. If I come here, let me put in some $15, all right, and allow my robot to buy. Let me drop this to 0.2. 0.67. Let me just show you this maybe. I just want to show you the difference. Now, I want you to just pay attention because this is going to take place, all right? Let me just show you. Okay. Now look at this. This is the average price. It has immediately bought. Now, once it has bought, you see the average price is now different. And whenever it buys, the average price gets closer to the current price. But also it increases the number of coins I have. So the fact is that if your robot is stuck, if your trade is stuck, it's no longer buying. And since it is not buying, the average price is far away from the current price. And also, the position amount, this one, the number of coins are not increasing. So that's what we call a stack trade. There is no continuous buying. There is no continuous buying of this cryptocurrency. There's no continuous buying. And as long as there's no continuous buying, the robot will not be able to sell enough quantity. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand that if you don't get the clear picture of a stack trade and a trade that is trading, but it is not selling, wherever it is buying, it will have enough to sell when the market rises. So the first question before you set up a trade, I'll focus on the three main coins. How deep are you ready to go? If you're ready to go 80% deep, your margin calls. If you're ready to go 60% deep, your margin calls. If you're ready to go 70% deep, your margin calls. Now, why do we choose BTC, Ethereum, and BNB? One, these coins, if you go on the weekly time frame, these coins don't go more than from 50 to 80% deep in a week, meaning we shall be able to make profit, ladies and gentlemen. All right, before I go to the next principle, I would love to know if someone has been able to understand the first idea. If you are clear with the first idea, give me some thumbs up. If you are clear with the first idea, give me some thumbs up. You are clear with the first idea. Now, me, I just want to create people that are sustainable. So I want to just make sure if it's not clear, I go again. Let me create a clear picture again. Let us look at BTC. When BTC was at 50%, $50,000, and someone decided to set their robot to trade and said, I want my robot to keep trading until BTC gets to 80% deep. Ladies and gentlemen, this person up to now would be still trading until BTC will get at $10,000. His robot will be able to buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell. So with a cycle, you are taking little profits repeatedly for a very long period of time, ladies and gentlemen, but you know at the price when your trade will get stuck. Now, if that is okay, and that is very clear for everybody, now let's go to how do we set a passive trade. Now, a passive trade is basically looking at taking little percentages from the market for repeatedly for a very long period of time. And your goal is to make between 5 to 10%, although sometimes you may make more than this on a monthly basis. So I usually recommend, even you, the solo traders, I personally can recommend, and I say it again, you can find 3 of these coins, trade them on a cycle, or find 2 coins, maybe Ethereum, trade it on a cycle, maybe BNB, trade it on a cycle. Then also be trading these other coins on what? On the solo trading, so that you can have something that continuously works without you getting involved into your trades, right? Now let's go to how to set up the trade. Okay, I hope now we have tried it once again. I hope now it's better, more clear. Let me see into the chat. I hope now it's better, more clear, setting up a passive trade. So how deep you are? My leader, my trade stuck again before. So what should I do to prevent the trade to get stuck? Increase the volume of your phone. We can hear him loud and clear. Okay. Repeat. Okay. My trade is stuck and the strategy mode is still in the whole warehouse mode. After reaching a limit of 10 margin calls, how can I handle? Your trade is stuck. Your trade is stuck. Now, before I go to people calling trade stuck, before I go into details about that, let me share my screen again. Please don't do manual replenishment, which I may not go into details now. Don't do manual replenishment, or don't go and open margin calls for trades that you are not sure that have some good momentum, right? Why? Because you will involve your funds into a trade and still the trade may not work out very well. I've personally recommended 3 coins. I've said BTC, BNB, and Ethereum. So instead of you getting your money into such a trade, it would be better and best for you to look for a trade, another trade you could trade, and wait until that coin will bounce up. But unless it is BNB, Ethereum, or BTC, you can open margin calls and set it up fresh. All right. So I'll keep it that to that. Let me come again for the now. Now, how do we set up a trade? Basically, me, I closed this. I will just wait for this coin to bounce back. My internet looks not to be good because I'm suffering from power issues. Right now, let's go to. So now you tap on mine, come to my synchronized strategy. Now let's start. We are going to set our first trade. And basically our first trade, we are going to look at a capital of $200. Now, before we set the trade, we are going to look at the current price of BTC. And we have already seen that, and we are ready to keep trading BTC up to what price, all right? That should also be one of our goals we have. So our first buying amount, now I'm explaining this. Now this risky, steady, people usually ask me this only works. I want to repeat, this only works if you're going to use default settings. This only works if you're going to use default settings, because these are default settings for Royalq. Now, if you choose steady, let me just show you, because many people ask me, I want to change my risk type. No, your risk type depends if you're going to use the default settings of Royalq. Now, you see, these are default settings for Royalq. These are default. It means here, I just need to enter the trader and I tap start, and these are their margin calls. When you use the default settings, you can't suffer. But you need to understand, you need to have all this capital. You need to have all this capital. Because why? The margin calls configurations for the default settings are okay. Because this is 4.3, this is 7.5, this is 7.5 plus 4, that is 12, plus 12 plus, this is, let me see, this is 17.2, 17.2 plus 8, that is 25%, 25% plus 10, that is 35%, 35% plus 12, that is close to 47%. So this is 47% deep. And because the robot in its default setting, it's using multiplying by 2 the previous patches, which is basically the martingale strategy, the ability to multiply the previous patches. You never suffer from huge floating loss and you always be making money. So if you look at this margin call configuration, this is for steady, right? I'm answering someone who asked me this. Now, when we change this to conservative, you're going to see that the margin call configurations change, right? This is 4, this is 9. This is 9. 9 plus 5.2, that is 14.5. 14.5 plus 6, that is 20.5. This is 20.5 plus 10, that is 30.5. 30.5 plus 15, that is 45.5. 45.5 plus 18, that is 50. Okay, that is 12, right? Okay, that is 60. This is close to 60, but that one is close to 42. So this is conservative, 60% deep. These margin calls here that you see are 60% deep, these ones. But this is the martingale strategy. So this is 2 times 15, which is 30. 4 times 15, which is 60. You know, you need to have this money if you're going to use the default. So these are conservative. Now let me show you. This is radical. People ask me this, I hope I've answered. This is radical. If you look at the margin calls for steady and conservative, here there is a small gap, right? The robot buys much more faster in the radical settings. So your risk type here is huge. So these work if you are going to use the default settings. So it doesn't matter if you are not using the default settings, it doesn't matter which word is here. People will ask me, I want to change my risk type. I want to make sure my risk type. No, the risk type doesn't matter unless you are using the default settings for Royalq. If that is okay, give me some thumbs up. I'm moving a little bit slow, but to make sure the point gets home. If that's okay with you, give me some thumbs up. If you have been able to understand that, give me some thumbs up. All right. You now understand. You don't ask, I want to change my risk type. Your risk type only works if you're going to use the default settings of Royalq, right? Now, since that is okay, now let's go into let's get into the next topic. Check your network, your screen. Okay, all right. Okay. All right, now let's get into the settings itself. Now, since we are not using the default settings for Royalq, and we want to set our BTC using $200 capital, right? I already having the settings myself, and I would advise everybody to do, all right? These are my settings, all right? These are my settings for $200. And before we determine, so we are going to go to BTC. And before we determine, because we need to determine how many margin calls. That's the main thing. That's the one that determines. So we understand, before maybe I go into that, let me start from afresh. The first buying amount, I've explained the risk type. The first buying amount is, this is what it means. My robot, go into the market and buy BTC, but for the first time, invest in $15. This is what this one means. Now, if someone wants to increase their profitability, they can use $15. Now, what do I mean to use $15? If I increase my first buying amount, I can always increase my takeoff profit if I have the capital to cater for the margin calls. Now, what does open position double mean? Open position double mean, robot, you had gone to invest in $15 for the first time, but I want you to make sure whenever you go to buy, double each purchase. Double each purchase. It means when you open double and don't switch off, all these margin calls here will be doubled whenever the robot keeps buying. Next, here is what we call the margin calls limit. Now, the margin call limits are the number of times you want your robot to keep buying. The number of times you want your robot to keep buying when the market keeps going down. Now, people who don't have margin calls make a little profit. The reason is why their robot buys a fewer times. But if your margin calls are set right, it's like this margin call is the magic of the business, because it goes an extra mile to explain to the robot that whenever this coin gets this cheaper, buy for me. Gets this cheaper, buy for me. And that cheaper price purchasing power is what you call the margin call configuration. So if you put here 18 times, how do you want your robot to buy? And these two are the ones that care for us or take care of our risk type when the market gets against us. Now, how do I determine that I should have 18 margin calls? If we're using hobby, I want to repeat my statement. If you are using hobby and you're not using Binance, the formula is simple. Your first buying amount can be $10. Now, what you do to determine the number of margin calls, you get your first buying amount divided by the capital. So it will be 200 divided by $100, and you'll have 20 margin calls. And so since the margin calls will be 20 plus the 10, so the total will be 210. Or you can make it one, you can keep this to 19. You can keep this to 19 plus the first buying amount, which is 10, then it becomes $200. That's how you determine if you're going to use hobby. But if you're going to use Binance, the approach is a little bit more different. Why? Because Binance has a limit purchasing power quantity of $15. If you buy less than 15, the robot will fail to sell. I hope some of you have got messages where they're informing you that the robot tried to sell, but there is less quantity in your exchange. But although we have put $15 there, the next question we want to ask ourselves before we go in for the margin call configuration, I'm going to explain this last. The margin call configuration, ladies and gentlemen, you need to ask yourself, is $15 the least amount we can buy on a cycle? Because why do we look at more? We look at finding the less because we are going to keep on buying as many times as possible. And because we are going to keep on buying as many times as possible, we shall reach the required quantity for the sell purchase power into our exchange. So we are going to go to the calculator. We are going to go to the calculator. Here we are. Now let's go. 15 times 0.5 is 7.5. What about 15 times 0.6 is 9. 15 times 0.67 is 10.075. Now, that's where this amount comes from, because here we have two areas. We have what called the margin call drop. These are the percentages that robot, when the market falls down by 1%, buy these times. This times the first buying amount, which means whenever a robot will be buying 10.5. All right. If you have understood where 0.67 comes from, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you are following. If you have understood where, 0.67 comes from, because someone may be asking, why do you put 0.67? I could give several reasons. One of them, I will talk about it maybe at the end, the fuel fee. But if you have understood, I see only 7 thumbs up. I don't know. Maybe there is a problem. I don't know. Someone saying repeat for me. Okay, I'm going to repeat. Please, I want to know if the setting is good for all amounts. And what's this? But then the settings we are setting are for $200. All right, so I'll look at $200. I've dropped these settings already onto the group. All right, please, is it possible to change a coin while you have a coin already in trading? I don't understand this question. How do you change? You can't change a coin. If you pick a coin to trade, the coin will keep trading forever, unless it pumps and sells. And if you want it to stop buying and selling, you just put it on one shot. Someone says repeat for me. All right, let me go again. Okay, now you have $200, all right? You see, I've already named it here. The margin calls, I said you put 19 if you're using Hobby. But if you're using Binance, we can keep this to 18, all right? Now, before we put here 18, we need to determine how a robot is going to buy. Now, look at the first buying amount. The first buying amount is 15. So if I come here on my margin call configuration and I put a 1 here, this means this robot will go into the market and buy one times the first buying amount, which is 15. But I want to look for the least amount. The least amount is not 15. The least amount can be $10. So I want to make sure that my robot buys a little bit more than 10, but not $15. So I say, if I go to my calculator, and I say 15, the first buying amount times 6, that's 9. Times 6, 8, that is 10.2. What about times 6, 7? That is 10.05. So whenever my robot will be going to buy, it will be buy with 10.05, all right? Now, I have $200. So if my robot gets into the market and buys times 18 times, it will be 180. Plus the first buying amount, which was 15, it will be 195. So I will put my margin calls as 18, and my robot will keep on buying and selling 18 times, all right? So let me go to my margin calls. So I come here and I put here 18 times. So 18 times 10.05 will be 180.6 something plus 15, which is $195. Now, this is done. Whatever my robot will be buying, it will be buying with 10.05. 10.05. How many times? 18 times. The multiple buying ratio is done. Now we want to go to the margin call configuration. So whenever my robot will be buying, it will be buying like that. So this is done, $200. So if I have $500, what will I do? I'll use the same formula. I'll buy 48 times 10.05. I will not say 10 times. I will not say 48 times 0.67 because it's 0.67 times 15 that gives me this. This plus the first buying amount, which is 15, which is $497. So if I'll be setting margin calls for $500, my margin call limit will be 48. And those will be my margin call limit. And my purchasing margin call drop, so multiple buying ratio will be 0.67. Now, the principle I'm teaching is this. Don't set big margin call drops if you are going to trade on a cycle. Someone may say, what if I make them less? No, you want your robot to keep on buying and selling. It buys at 1%, maybe it sells at, like, I'm going to show you 1%. Your goal is to take little profit in a repeated sequence for a very long period of time. Now, this one is done. I don't know if you have understood how this is developed, because there are two main types of capital you only need to focus on to learn this: $200 and $500. Now, let me give you reasons why. But before I give these reasons, let us set the margin call drop. It will create some more sense. So this one is done. Let me know if someone can determine their multiple buy-in ratio. Then we go to the margin call drop. If you're okay with the multiple buy-in ratio, give me some thumbs up. You're okay with the multiple buy-in ratio, how it is developed, right? On a passive trading, multiple buy-in ratio, you okay? Give me some thumbs up. I only see 3 thumbs up. Okay, I only see 3 thumbs up. I don't know whether there is a problem. I only see 1, 2. I only see 1. I don't know whether there is a problem. Someone cannot give a simple thumbs up, all right? You know, in my area where I stay, there is no electricity. I traveled somewhere to make sure that I appear here. Yesterday night, I failed. Okay. No, what happens after buying 18 times? Will the trade get stuck? Okay, now let's get back. Now I'm going to answer this because you need to remember, okay, we are going to get back to the first principle. I'll take you back to the first principle. The first principle I said, how much deep are you ready to buy? And that's where we are going to look at right now. Because if it has bought 18 times, when will this trade get stuck? Like, for example, I said, let me give you, for example, I said, if you are comfortable, right? Let me get to my calculator again. If you are comfortable now, this is where I call the risk type you are. Sorry. This is where we call the risk type, all right? Now, if BTC is at $20,000, if you tell, if the BTC is at $20,000, so 20, it is 20%, 80% deep. Now we are going to set our margin call drop. Margin call drop until BTC will get at this price. Because look, we are now determining the capital. We are done with the capital. Now we are going to go to the margin call drop. We have 18 times when the robot is going to buy. So we are going to set our margin call drop. Let me say 80% deep. If we are comfortable until BTC gets to $4,000. Now, I can still use the same settings for $200 for $600. Why? Because I'm comfortable with these settings until BTC gets to this price. I can still use the $200 settings, ladies and gentlemen, for 1,000, because I'm comfortable until BTC gets at this price. I can still use the same settings for my $2,000 because I'm comfortable until BTC gets at this price. I don't know whether it makes sense, but if I set my margin calls, I just need to increase my first buying amount so that I'm taking 1% of a huge takeoff profit. But I'm going to make this clear because that's where I'm going. Let me get into this, then we get moving. Now, first and foremost, we are going to set our margin calls. They are 18. Now, the first time, a robot will buy one time. This will be 10.5. The second time, it will buy one time. This is 10.5. Third time, fourth, fifth. All these times, a robot is buying. Now, I want to define a very important principle. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you divide your capital on setting your margin calls. You see that from their 18 calls, if we subtract 12, we remain with 18 minus 2 is what? 8 minus 2 is 6, right? Now, if you get 12 times 10.05, we go, that is 120 something. Let me get to the calculator. 112 times 10.05. You see, this is 120.6. Now, if we subtract this from $200, we remain with 79. 79, now I just need to add, it will be 64. Now you see that most of our capital is trading at 1%. Now, so this will be, okay, this is up to the, this is 110, sorry. This is 110. This is $110 here. Now you see from the 12th call, I go 6%. Now, if we get this, let me show you. This is 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now let's go to the calculator here. 7 times 6% is 42. 42 plus 11. This is 53% for $200. Now, let's go to the calculator. The calculator is dependently on the price of BTC right now. Now, these settings are 53% deep. I said the principle is you set between 50 to 80%. Now, what will I do? I need to look at the current price of BTC, all right? Let's get in here, right? Let's get in here. And let me look at BTC. I want to see the current price. All right, so it is, wow, now you see, this is what I talk about. BTC keeps on increasing and decreasing every time. So you have a guarantee of taking your 1% from the market if you're trading on a cycle. Now let us get at that price, the price of BTC. All right, then we say 20438 minus 53% dip. Now, these settings I have can keep trading until BTC gets at this price. Then when it gets at this price, this trade will get stuck. It will no longer buy. It can sell when the market rises, but it can no longer buy because my settings cannot go deeper than this when BTC gets at 9,605. Now, these settings are for $200. Now, the question is, if I have $400, Julius, and I'm comfortable until BTC gets at this price, 9,605, I just need to go and open double position. So I come here, I'm comfortable. So let me get into this. This is 500. Let me pick. This is the strategy. Now, this margin call configuration here can go deep from number 1 up to number 11. It's $110. And from number 6, this is 42. Sorry, this is 42. And from number 12 to number 18, this is 42% deep. Then this upper one is 11%. So when you add the two, this is 53. So 53% deep from the current price of BTC right now. I'll keep trading this trade until it gets to 9,600 and plus. If I'm comfortable with this and I have $400, what do? I just go and open double position so that when my robot, instead of it buying with 10, it now buys with 20. If I have $600, but I'm comfortable, I don't know where you get my idea. You are comfortable until 53% deep from the current price of BTC, from the current price of Ethereum, from the current price of BNB. You are comfortable 53% deep. Because if we look at 50% deep of Ethereum, you will trade. Let me return back here and I look for ETH. ETH 1,176. 1,176. You are comfortable to trade Ethereum until Ethereum gets to $552. So if I have $400, I'll just open double position. If I don't want to open double position, I'll just say 0.67. I have $600. I multiply this by 3, and it will be 2.01 or 2.1 for those using or 2% for those using these phones they call iPhone. So this will be my margin call multiple buying ratio, 2.01. I have $600. I can still use the same settings if I have 1,000 because I'm comfortable BTC to go to 53% deep from that current price. If anybody understands this, then you have understood the lesson for today. If you have understood that, then you have understood the lesson, because that's the main thing. Okay, I'm going to come again for the strategy. I've not understood how the number of calls and the buying times. Put more light on the margin in a call, okay? Okay. What happens after buying 18 times? Will the trade get stuck? Yes, it will get stuck. If you go to the aspect that you are comfortable until BTC gets 53% deep from its current price, which means it will go up to or close to 9,000. So you are comfortable until BTC will get at 9,000. You are comfortable until Ethereum will get to $552. So you don't need to check your trades all the time. All right. I hope the point is home. Okay, let me answer now a few of these other questions here. The risk type. Okay, I want to go back again here. Just a little bit. Now so after picking my settings before I end, so I come here and on my strategy, right? This is for 200. So if someone has 200, they can use this strategy. If someone has 500, okay. Now let me come back here. This does not make sense, the risk type, if you're not going to use the default settings. The risk type makes sense only if you're going to use the default settings, the default settings of Royalq. Let me come back again. I don't want to use mine. Let me create a new one to answer this question. Then I come back to the other question. Now, these are the default settings of Royalq. These are default. Now, if these are default settings, let us look. These are the same. These here are the same. They don't change. What changes are the margin calls. You see here, these also are the same because this is martingale. What changes are the margin call drops. 3.5, 4 point, this one. These are the ones that keep on changing, these ones. So if I move from steady, I want to use default settings of Royalq. And I go to conservative. You see, this goes up to close to 60%. The steady does around 47%, but this goes to 60% deep if you are going to use these. So for someone to use this means 2 times 15. This means 4 times 15. This means 8 times 15. If you don't want floating loss and you have this capital, use default settings. You don't need to die with the market. Use default settings. Pick coins that have a good market cap. I explained what market cap is that time, and I said the current price of the coin times the circulating supply. So go and look for good coins, top 10. Go and trade them with this. You have how much? It is 2 times 15. Let me just calculate it up. I calculated it the other time. I think it was around 3,000 plus. So one coin, you must have 3,000. The second coin must have 3,000 plus. I think 3,000, I hope around $800. All these margin calls. So these are default settings. If we go to radical, what changes are the margin calls? I hope you see the difference. Here it buys much more faster. In conservative, it takes long to purchase because the margin calls have a huge percentage. Now, I hope that one is answered. Let me just get back here. How do you determine the margin call limits? First and foremost, before you determine the margin call limits, you want to buy with how much repeatedly? That is 10.05, which I've already described how it comes about. This times 18 times because I have only $200. All right. So $200, this will be close to 185 plus 15, which makes it close to $195. If I'm going to go in for 500, I'll say 48 times 10.5 times 10.5, which will be close to 485, plus the 15, which is close to 400 and close to $97. This is for 500. I hope I've tried to answer. So for 500, these settings work. So this is for $200, 18 margin calls. So it doesn't matter whether it is steady because I'm not using default settings of Royalq. It doesn't matter which risk type you are putting because the risk type changes the settings. Okay, I hope I'm done. So here, now this is not the one. Oh, no. Let me go to the right one. No. Let me return back. Okay, where are my settings? I hope I've not. All right. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to explain here why put a 0 here. Why put a 0 and remove the 0.1. All right, so these are the ones from number 1. I go 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%, close to 70% of my capital, up to number 41. This is 41%. My robot will be buying 1%, 1%, the market rises 1%, my robot buys. It goes down 1%, my robot buys. It rises 1%, my robot sells. It buys 1%, rises 1%, buys 1%. So I take little profit, little profit, little profit, little profit, but I keep making my money. Then from number 42 to number 48, these are 7 times 1, 2. Okay, let me show you these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is 42. So 41 plus 42, which is 83%. So from the current price of BTC, I'm ready to go 83% deep from the current price. And you find this is 70. This is, if you look very clearly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7, because someone told me that most of my capital will get stuck, not at all, because this is 7.05, which is close to not more than $75. Let me see my calculator. 7 times 10.05. It is $70. So imagine, ladies and gentlemen, over my $410, 410, I'm making money. Because it is 41 times 10.05, which is $412. If I add on my 70, which is 482, plus the 15, which is 497. So close, you see, over 70%, not even 70%, over 70% of my capital, $412, are actively being used. Only 70% goes in when the market gets money. But to be buying and selling, 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 buying and selling. So the higher the capital, the higher 1% I'll be taking from the market. I hope this is clear. If not, I've dropped these settings. I can drop them again. I can still take screenshots. And I drop them again. Okay, that's the first page. From number 1 up to number 41. Number 1 up to 41. 1%. Then I just need to start from here. I take the second screenshot. Then I drop it again from number 41 up to 48. 6%. Now, if I have 1,000 and I'm comfortable until BTC from its current price gets 83% deep, then I just open double position. So instead of my robot buying with $10, it will be buying with $20. If I have $400 and I'm comfortable until BTC gets down 53% deep, then I just open double position. Where it was going to invest at $10, now it invests $20. Right, now let's look at this. If we are done with the margin calls, this is passive trading. Our whole position take profit is 1.3, but our whole position callback is 0. Why? The market rises by 1.3. And we are saying, my robot, we are not giving any allowance. Why? Because the robot works on a principle of momentum. If the market goes beyond 1.3 and it does 4%, the robot will give us 4%. If the market has momentum, what do I mean by momentum? The candlestick starts from here and it goes once, not like this. No. This is what this one, the candlestick is straight. The momentum starts, the momentum. That's when we can get more than 1.3. So we don't want to give a robot a benefit of doubt. We put here 0.1 that my robot, when the market rises by 1.3, only sell if the market goes down by 0.1. No, because sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes the robot is waiting for the market to fall down by 0.1 and the market is not falling. Yet, the market touches 1.3, then it can come back to 1%. Then the robot doesn't sell. If you put here 5% and put here, let me say 0.3, this is what the robot will do. The market can go 5%, but it fails to fall down by 0.3. The robot will not sell this. Sometimes you have seen that the market has tried to touch your takeoff percentage, but it doesn't sell because it's waiting for the market to fall by this percentage. So that's why I prefer putting a 0 here, saying my robot, if the market touches 5%, sell immediately. But if the market will have momentum and goes above 5%, still my robot will give me that profit. So for this case of a cycle, you want to take either 1.3 or 1.1, but this guarantee you'll earn it. Now the buy-in callback. Since we are using 1%, we want a robot to buy fast and sell fast because we are taking little profits from the market. So we are taking 0.1. And since we are taking 0.1, we want so we are taking 1.3. We want that if the robot is going to buy, once the market falls down by 1%, it falls down by 1%. If it tries to rise by 0.1, a robot should buy and invest in our money. Lastly, the distributed take profit allocation, this one starts from number 5 to number 48 for this case. Still, we are taking the same position. Why? Because we want our market, if our market rises by 1.3, a robot can sell, and we keep the sub position here to 0, because this is the same as this. Just that from number 1, 2, 3, and 4, these are the ones that are into the whole position take profit allocation. So if the market rises at number 4, the robot will sell all these 4 at once. That's why I say in the cycle, there is this area that everybody has, which is close to the one shot. Now, you save. Let me delete this one here. Now, if you want to set your trade, let me say you want to set BNB or Ethereum, passive traders, you just pick Ethereum, come on trade settings, tap on edit, choose strategy. Maybe I have $400 and I want to trade using the $200 settings. I just touch it, then I open down position, then I save, I confirm, then I start, because I'm comfortable until Ethereum will move from 1,177 until Ethereum gets to, let me go to the calculator. This is what this means, 1,177 minus 53% dip. I'm comfortable until Ethereum will get at this price, so that I trade on a cycle with my $400 on open position. And ladies and gentlemen, you see with open position, I had put in, like you see, I'd put in $15, but whenever it buys, it's going to be buying with $30. So Ethereum will stay in here, buying and selling. I'll be taking little profits but I'll be having a safe trade. I'll not be emotional. I'll be taking little profit. So if I want to increase my take of profit, I add in more money and I can change my configuration. For example, if I want to increase this to 800, already now it is at 400. I just go and increase this one. And now I'll make it times 2. I have 800, but I'm comfortable until Ethereum will get to 553. I'll just go and increase this. Now I double it up also. I just add one time because as long as it is on open double position, if it was 0.67, this one, now what I will do, I'll go to my calculator and I say 0.67 plus 0.67 all times 2. I'm just going very local, which is 1.34. So I have $800, but I'm comfortable with that. So I put here 1.34. All my margin calls. Then I leave open down position on, and I'll be using $800 for these settings. But I must have the 800 untouched in my exchanger. So thank you so much. That is how you passively trade. I'm not a passive trader. So this trade, I just wanted to go to one shot. So Ethereum, once you rise, sell off and get out of my trade. I wish you a safe journey. I'm not a passive trader. Basically, I'm a solo trader. I love taking 0.5 to 5% from the market every single day. And I've basically shared how this can be done. And tomorrow, I'll go so much about it once more, right? Let me listen to the questions. Please, Leader Julius, I'm in a trade that is 80% floating loss and is stuck. How do I get out without losing my money? Wait until the market will rise. Wait until the market will rise. What will happen for a trade to enter floating loss? Leader Julius, you are not teaching us on trading view today. No. Join tomorrow. Today is passive trading. What other coin apart from BTC and Ethereum could you recommend for hobby? Okay, hobby. Trade those two. I don't know, other coins go, other coins have spikes. Other coins have spikes. Other coins have spikes. They go so much high and they go so much low. So I don't recommend other coins, me personally. I would keep on those two for hobby. What happens? What will happen for a trade to enter floating loss? Now, basically, let's first understand what is floating loss, because it seems people fear this one. Okay, now what is floating loss? Let us look at these coins of mine that are floating. Let me start with this. I hope Ape is not trading. Now look at this Atom. I have a floating loss of negative 2.37. It means when I entered this trade, instead of this trade going up, it went down. So from my entry point, I'm losing negative 11.7. If I tap on this coin, tap on sell, market price, and I sell, personally, I'll use $11, but this robot will never sell at loss. So floating loss is when the average price is greater than the current price, and that's the difference. The return rate is negative 2.37. So if I want to get out of any floating loss, I must be sure, those people that want to get out of floating loss of these coins, you must be sure that this coin you are trading is pumping or is doing well at the moment. For example, let me check Atom. I'll go to my trading view. I'll do trading view tomorrow, not today. I'm just going to check Atom. But someone who asked me on the chat, floating loss is not the issue. What we lose is time. You wait. Okay, so if this is Atom, I need to see how Atom is performing in the market. This is in 1 day. Okay, so let me look at 1 hour. Right, this is a very good indicator. Let me look, but that's just, this is not so good, the RSI, because it moves with the momentum of the market. Let me check with the lower time frame, which is 15. You see the RSI momentum is showing me a downward movement. Then let me check, let me go a little bit in 30 minutes. Still, I could not do manual replenishment now. I would have done it a little bit later. So still in the 4 hours since I've been checking up. So basically, maybe I'll check later. I can only do manual replenishment. And this is what I mean by manual replenishment. If this coin is doing well, I come here where there is a buy market price, then I invest in the same quantity, the same position amount, which is 493. If it is pumping and I want to get out of this trade, 493, and my floating loss will move from -2 to -1.1%. And you see my current price, which is 8.86, will move to the new average price, which is 8.96. So it means this coin will quickly get out of floating if it is pumping. So that's how, if you are having some floating loss and you are sure you see this coin is pumping, you come and invest in the same position amount, which is here. Bring the current price closer to the average price so that this coin can pump up easily and it can sell. But this is not now because it's not pumping right now, so that I can be able to make that happen. For example, if LIT is pumping, and I know LIT is pumping, all right? If I'm sure LIT is pumping. So how can I see LIT is pumping? Even if you are not checking with the, you can see the change in the current price and the change in this. So what do? I just come here, tap on buy, market price. You need to make sure you invest in the exact position amount or more. So I put in the position amount, 249. You see, if I do this, this is my current price, and this will be my new average price. You see, it goes from 0.93 now to 0.19, and my floating loss now will go to 0.65, which means LIT can sell very, very fast. So that's how you do manual replenishment. If you're having a floating loss and you want to get out of that floating loss very, very faster, so that's what you do. You come and do manual replenishment, allow your robot to buy more, put in the same position amount, and you can get out of that floating. If you know this coin is pumping, don't do that if you are not sure that this coin is pumping, because if you do, your money will get in there and you will still stay in floating loss. All right, so do that only manual replenishment if you know that this coin is going to do well at the moment. 2, people into floating loss, right? This is my personal advice. Instead of me opening margin calls on Atom, all right, and or maybe on LIT, and I have new capital, all right, I would better wait. If I'm going to put in here a lot of money, I would better wait until LIT will come out. Now trade a new coin I have analyzed. For example, if my funds are stuck there, I have 157. Me, I will not get my 157 into this atom. No, I'll leave atom, be patient with it. Then I get back to the market, all right? And I set my preset prices, which I didn't do because I didn't have electricity. I would have done my presets there yesterday night. But on our groups, those that know, we keep on dropping the preset prices. Different leaders go in and drop in preset prices. So I would better go for a preset price with my 157 instead of me focusing my time and my money on this trade. I don't know whether what I'm saying has made some sense, but I hope I've answered this question in the chat. Right, let me pick another question. Okay. Okay, hello guys. Always did Julius insist on patience about market initially? I was not getting him until made my CRV, which was floating loss of -5. This Monday it sold with profit. Okay, key is patience. Yeah, I talked about that yesterday. And I wish I had joined this group earlier. I would not be in a mess. Sure, okay. Join. All right, I'm going to drop the video for you on the Telegram group. Thank you. But if I'm patient enough, what will be the end results if the coin whereby the current price is very far from the average price, -80% huge? Okay, now, let me get you an example. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Look at this. Let's go to trading view. I just want to show you. Okay, I pray my trading view updates. Beautiful. Let me look for one trade here. Okay, let me pick CRV. My brother has talked about, and let us see how CRV has performed. There is no trade if you are patient, will never get out. Let us look at CRV. Right, let me remove all these. Let me look at the performance of CRV. Let me go in for one day. Okay, let us look at the performance of CRV from here. This was on the 1st of June. Let us look at how much did CRV perform on the 1st of June. If you were in this trade. Let's look at the performance. CRV performed 51%. That's what CRV did. So basically, every trade that is done will come up as long as you are patient, especially if the average price is very far from the current price. Just remain patient, especially if you don't have capital. I want to emphasize, especially if you don't have capital, remain patient. Remain patient with your trade. Okay? Yeah, remain patient. You know, the other time I drew this is the hierarchy. Let me draw it here. This is the hierarchy of trading. Unless you want to go to scams, those ready for scams, you can go. Me, I have no problem. Anyone can go. This is the hierarchy of trading. The hierarchy of trading starts with patience and being emotional free. You know, when you set your robot and say, I'm comfortable, let me say until BTC gets at 9,000 plus, you keep trading, you're taking little profits. Now, along the journey, you see parts are posting more profit, you forget which type of trader you are, and you change your strategy, you go in for too much, you lose your money, you get stuck. So first and foremost, it is that. Two is risk management. Now, passive traders, they make little profit, but they will always make that profit. You'll keep on making your 1.3. I don't know until maybe Jesus comes back. You keep on making your 1.3, your 1.3, your 1.3. The challenge is seeing Julius posting $80 and you want to change now. Now you're not managing your risk. Risk management. Trading doesn't start with the analysis that many people think about. Trading starts with being patient and controlling your emotions. And as long as you work on your patience and your emotions, you are always going to win. 2, work on your risk management. Those that have not yet grown so much into risk, only risk 20% of your capital in the one shots. But if you are using the preset, price, increase your risk to 50% of your capital. Anybody trading with a preset, I advise you to go 50%. It's much more safe. It's a safe trade, by the way. It has 80% return. Preset, I think I'll break preset again tomorrow. Now, the last is here is the analysis. Analysis comes as last. Why do I say analysis comes as last? I'm talking about you solo traders that someone asked me here. Now, let's go to people who are trading. Let's look at 1 hour, right? Okay, now look at 1 hour. CRV has 2 main indicators. This coin say enter. This means enter this trade. Those that have worked with me, you understand this. It means enter. Also, the RSR is confirming this. And this was the first. This was the first. Okay, no, wait. This was the first hour. Now I want you to look very clearly. This is the second candle. But look here, it has 30 minutes to go. Now I'm taking you guys who are solo traders, look at this. It has an arrow. This is signal enter. This is signal enter, but this coin has 30 minutes and 32 seconds to end. You don't understand this, join tomorrow. Now, not going to that. Now, when I check this 1 hour into, let me say, 30 minutes time frame, you see still this signal says that this candle for 30 minutes, remember there are always 2, is about, it has closed now. It's going to close. It's going to close. 4 seconds, 2, 3, 1, 0. Now, this is a new candle. Now, this candle is also doing just so. If someone came here on CRV in the 1 hour time frame and you entered this trade, ladies and gentlemen, you can take off comfortably your 2%. Let me show you here. Because as it starts to form, allow me, let me increase it a little bit. Let us measure how much. Okay, now it is stuck here. Here there is a line that separates the candles from the RSI, all right? So what I'm gonna do is to remove it up, tap it on, and delete. Right, let me come again. Let us see if someone show this trade. Those ones, the solo traders. I've taught this. I think I'll repeat tomorrow. I don't know. Tomorrow is this is what I talk about. You see, this is already 1.5 done. It's starting straight. I said the minimum you can earn from such a signal that has the RSR. Okay, that has the RSR pointing up. 2 signals confirming, and this indicator that we are using, minimum 2%. This person is about to take their 2% from the market, because immediately the market says that this is going to do well, it will go, it will give. And you see now the second candle is ending in which time? If you can see very clearly here, ladies and gentlemen, in the next 28 minutes, it is showing very clearly. And someone is going to take off their 2%. So I've taught this. So if that is your interest, you want to be taking 2%, 3% from the market, 2%, 3. Now Ethereum has a very signal right now. It's here, ladies and gentlemen, in the 1 hour. Can people take off some 2% from here? It's here very clearly. This I've taught. That's why me, I no longer go so much into giving signals very clearly. And this candle in the 1, it has just remaining with 27 minutes. Check it up in the lower time frame, let me say 15 minutes. You see, In the 15 minutes that given from here, but now it's here. It is 12 minutes to end this call. So this is a right signal someone can pick up, right? So let me check my Ethereum. I was trading with you here. So I'm on the one shot. So how much do I have? I have 157. So since I'm on the one shot, me I will not delay. I'll just come here, do manual replenishment, put in my $157. Why is it not buying? All right, good to go. And increase my take profit from 1.3 to 2% minimum. I'll get out of this cycle thing. The rest can remain as they are. Change my strategy. It will not allow, so I come back. I edit this, I keep it to 5. Since if the market goes against me, I can retrieve, but this will work out 2%. Now I've taught this and it works out. You can always keep on taking 2%, 3% from different trades. I hope I've also answered that. Okay, join tomorrow. If you don't understand it, then you're going to learn. I don't understand what is going on. Yeah. I don't know how I can help you. Join tomorrow. Let me come back. Kwangu sijalewa kitu, sijua kwa sababu nimechelewa. Haya, sasa wewe nimechelewa, hamna shida. Sasa una watch nyingine tena. How do I know if a coin is pumping? Tomorrow, please explain, because Atom didn't show. Yeah, tomorrow, I'm not going to that. Tomorrow. How can you know this time is for buying and this time is for selling? In which instance can you take advantage? Those that want to be solo traders, join tomorrow. People interested to be solo traders, join tomorrow. Leader Julius, where can I store the time? 15 minutes, 40 minutes in the trading view I show you. You don't install. That one I can teach. It's simple. You sit down here. This is 15 minutes. Okay, now let me also talk about this because I see it's happened. This is 15 minutes. This is 15. Now, if you pick your trade, this one, and you decide to trade in the 1 hour, still this is Ethereum, the 1 hour. It is solid. The indicator is still showing you this trade will do well. So be patient. I'm talking about the power of being patient. You see the indicator, and now you say, oh, I've checked again. You need to be patient. You decided to trade in the 1 hour time frame. Let me move this. You see it was red. But the indicator is indicating this trade will do well. You see, it has turned green again. Now, someone was on my neck. I have seen the indicator, but the candlestick is for the sellers. I said, be patient. I saw it happen here. Now you see the indicator will show you this market will do well, and it's still changing. All right. So always, if you decide on 1 hour, be patient, ladies and gentlemen. So that's how you change the time frame on your trading view. Join tomorrow. Today I'm not going to that. Kindly give us the Telegram group. Okay, I'm going to share. I'm a new member. How can I set my robot to do on behalf? Okay, get back the person invited. You take you through some 2 steps on how to set your robot. I did that. My trading view doesn't show those yellow arrows and the pivot line. How do I add them tomorrow? If you don't get it on the video tomorrow, I don't understand what's going on. I have nothing I can tell you if you don't understand, because you need to have joined on time. All right. So I'm just going to drop you the Telegram group. All right. Make sure on this Telegram group, please don't share your company. Don't share your companies. Don't share your cryptocurrencies programs here. Don't share don't share your cryptocurrencies. Don't come and say this coin is going to perform very well. Not on this group. I want to give you reasons why I don't recommend anybody to share those programs onto the Telegram group. In cryptocurrency, me personally, the person who introduced me to cryptocurrency told me one thing. There are so many things that are in crypto and so many areas anyone can win, but choose your strategy, stick to it. My strategy is basically, I'm not a crypto holder. I'm a crypto trader. It is my strategy, trading cryptocurrencies, taking little profits repeatedly from the market. So if your strategy is to hold, please don't come into this chat and say, oh, this new coin is coming. This new coin is coming. Oh, please, people buy it. Oh, no. You type it in, I remove you. Kindly analyze GRT for a preset price. I want to get out of floating loss. I don't know you're floating. Go ahead. How do I stake my coin on Binance? I don't do staking of coins, but I can share that. Let me analyze GRT. You want to get out of floating loss of GRT. All right, let's see. So this is GRT. In the 1 hour time frame, the candlestick for now is this. Let's use 1 day. If you want to set a preset, you set a preset for 1 day. Okay, so let me reduce this. Okay, this is GRT. In the 1 day time frame, GRT since the last 3 days, from the 4th, GRT has been doing well up to today. So if I want to set a preset for GRT, I'll start from here. I don't know that it will do it, and I'll do. I can do -2, -3. Yeah, but this is too much. I can do 2.5. I'm sure. I know GRT, but I usually want to set my preset prices. Let me give you reasons why I give times for setting preset. Now, ladies and gentlemen, look at this very clearly. People want to set preset, but I want to do that tomorrow. I beg you don't take me too much today. Look, look here. This guy with a preset. See this? You see here there is 15 hours, 20 minutes, and 11 seconds. You see, the market has 1 candlestick a day, but the market goes halfway at 3 p.m. Ugandan time, 2 p.m. South African time, 1 p.m. Nigerian time. The trading view will show you this. So it is 15 hours until the next candlestick will form. But after this time, the market will have gone halfway. So what do? I set my preset at around 9 p.m. Ugandan time because the market has gone extra halfway and it's about to finish up at around 3:00 a.m. Ugandan time. That's when this candle will get finished, because if it is 11:40 now, 15 hours from now, it's when it will reach this time. Now, once it reaches this time, a new candle will get formed. So when I'm setting my preset, I want to set my preset when the market has gone halfway and beyond, because the candle will be remaining few hours to get complete. Because if I set a preset now and I come here, you see, I come here and I start from half. This market has not even done halfway. So I go -3, I'll miss out. Yet if I do at that time, I would land like here. That would be maybe my -3. And my coin will pick up from here tomorrow and I can take up my 3%. So maybe join tomorrow. We go into so much about that. I don't want to go into that right now. Leader Julius, okay, please help me with shorter video on trading view. Go and watch the other video first and I'll join tomorrow. I'll not go into that today. All right, now let's go into this guy. How do I stake coins? I don't want to go into this, but all right, let me talk about it because I know some readers, it's working for them. Okay. If you go into your Binance account, if you have floating loss, all right? If you have floating loss, I know it works for some people. You have floating loss and it's long, all right? And you want, meanwhile, as your coin is floating, you want to earn some coins, all right? Now, here are some few things you can use. In your Binance account, you tap on more. There is, don't go in for this, but come here on savings, these three, you can use these three. Let's go into that. Let's go to staking. Now, look at this. There is a challenge. Now, you see, if they're talking about staking, they go 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Now you need to look for the coin that is floating. Let me say the coin that is floating is ADA. It has huge floating loss, right? Come here and tap on the 30, right? Then tap on stake now. Make sure, because they're giving you the quantity. The minimum is 1 ADA. The minimum. So you put in here your amount of ADA. If you have your ADA will be reflecting here. All right. And so what are you earning here basically? You are earning just a number of coins. You are increasing the number of coins. Now, when you tap on 30 days, I prefer lower days because there might come a challenge. You check your ADA in your exchanger, it is in your Royalq, it is pumping, yet you had staked it. That's why you need to go in for less times, all right? That's why the other time I would prefer, instead of staking, I would prefer saving, because saving has lower days, all right? So let me say you want to save, you go in for flexible, because there's flexible, locked, and auto. Maybe which coin? Let me see, ADA. Now, ADA, so you see they give you the date. And they give you the date they will return your money. All right. So you make sure you agree, but make sure you don't terminate. Because when you terminate your subscription of saving or staking, you lose the money. You will not gain. So if you have some huge floating loss, you can move your money into staking and saving meanwhile and get more coins, but going for lesser days. I would prefer the saving idea than the staking because it has lower days, but also more better. If the other coin is pumping the other side, because Royalq will never go out of position, it will be pumping. If it's pumping, then you want to come back. If you come and unsubscribe, you'll lose what you had done. I hope I've been able to answer that. Okay. Sorry. I'm joining solid power outrage. Yeah, no power also here. Where can we check our profit in Binance? Which profit? Which profit? Now, let me explain something. I think I understand this question. Let me go in here. I think I talked about Ethereum. People are not here saying, oh, Signal. I think I said, no one should ask me, where is the profit? I spoke about Ethereum here on Zoom. Me, I want to build sustainable people. Okay, now let's go into, okay. Now I sell Ethereum and I make $2. Where is this money? I need to explain this. Okay, maybe I've already made 3.7 from my Matic. My Matic set, it was a preset. So it's sold. By the way, Matic and BAT are good coins to trade this week. They have a good moving news. Okay, now let us look at this. Lastly, I'm coming to the end. I make $3. These $3, some of you check here. Let me go to my Binance. Let's look at this and get it done. Okay. Some of you, when you come to your Binance exchanger, when you are looking at your profits, all right, you usually look at the overview. It's a wrong approach to come and look at your overview. I pray my overview comes up here. All right, beautiful, beautiful. This is good business. I started with, I love this business. I started with $247, 21 days ago. I'm happy and blessed that now, using the preset price, the trading view, I'm close now to 922. It's a good business. Now, don't look at the overview. Ladies and gentlemen, look at the spot. Look at the spot. Why the spot? Because when the robot sells, it puts your money in your USDT. Now, you need to know, if your money moves from USDT and it comes in Atom, Lit, or Ethereum, this is the risk you have taken. So if this is the risk you have taken, that's 484. Look at this. Atom now has 484. I don't need to look at the overview, because if I look at the overview, I'll get mad. I need to look at this. So let me get back here. I show you. People ask me, where's my money? Where's my money? I think I'll have answered. Let me come back here. Let me come back here. Let me come back here. Ethereum, way to sell. Atom is doing well. Someone was asking me, how do you see? You see very well. This one is reducing. This one is also coming to the end. Now, you see, my money is in Ethereum. Sorry, is in Atom. But Atom is at a floating loss of -$7. Lit is at a floating loss of $2. It means, as gentlemen, I'm not making this money. I'm losing this money if I sell personally. So if I want to find out all my money I have earned, some of this money, I just need to look at USDT. If there's no money in USDT and is in the coins, I just need to wait a little bit, because my money is there, but I used it to trade these other coins that are floating currently. But once these coins get out of floating, all this profit you see here, all this profit you see here is in my exchanger, in my USDT. But I've used that money to trade other coins, yet these coins are into a floating loss. So I don't need to look at the overview. I need to look at my USDT. And I want to repeat, but I will have lose. I don't want to lose. But maybe let me show people. Okay. But Edida, you suffer. Huh? Okay, now there is no USDT here. I hope you see. Let me show you what happens. Just for learning lessons. This is USDT. There's 0.2. Now let me sell my Ethereum. But I've lost T. Yeah, only 1.6. Okay. Let me sell. I'm making 1.4. But you have sold in good to pay me. Okay, now I've made how much? 1.2. I didn't make 1.4 because by the time I sold, by the time it completed, it had gone down. Now let us check in my USDT. Just wait a little bit. Now, on this money that has come here, let me check back. I show you where, so that you can believe me. Let's go back to this trade of Ethereum. I need to, people who don't believe, I need to give you believability. This question I answered. Let us look at the transaction record. This manual sale that I've done. Now let me first do the buy. Let us look how much I invested. But I need to add it up because so the deal amount was 156. Is the one I invested plus the 29. 156 plus 29. that is 10, 1. No. 9 plus 6. 1, 5, 6. I hope I'm not exhausted. Plus 29. It is that is 15. Take 1, 5. Take 1. This is 7, 8. 185. But there are these decimal points. So if you look at the deal amount here, you see it is 188. So 185. I made close to how much? I made 1. Now people ask me, there's a lot of mathematics, but I hope I'm trying to explain to get a clear picture. I made how much? 1.2. 185, which is 185 plus $1. Let me make it $1, which will be 186. Now, plus these decimal points are the ones that are adding up now to this total that you see here, 188. So whenever your robot sells, it will always deposit your money back to your USDT. So consider your USDT. If you make money, come back and check your USDT. Check the coin you bought. Check how much you have made and see if your money is not here. But don't look at the overview. Because if you look at the overview, ladies and gentlemen, you are trading these other coins, yet them are going down. I've tried my level best. I don't know if it is understood. Come back. Please, Leader Julius, you have $22 as Binance USDT in Royalq, while you have over $100 in your Binance spot, which is your actual balance. You have $22 in Binance USDT balance in your Royalq, while you have over $100 in your spot, which is your actual balance, $22. Now let's get back here. Let's get back here. When I check my USDT now let's get back. Let's get back here. Now I have here 188. This is my actual balance in USDT. And this is what I need to consider. Because if I go in my exchanger here, I don't need to say that I have $923, because from this money, the money I can use now is only this. The rest is in these other coins, these ones. Yet, Atom is going down. I hope I've answered you. So what I have is that 188 in my USDT. It's the one I can use to trade, because I cannot use the 900 to trade because it's in other coins. I hope I've tried to answer. I may not exhaust it. I've answered this one. Trading view tomorrow. I hope tomorrow is today is a Wednesday, right? Today's Thursday. Okay. Today is Thursday. How can I get back my money from a coin back to USDT? When the robot sells, it will put your money back to USDT. It's not you who puts it there. The robot will sell automatically, return your money back to USDT. I've answered here. I've answered. Okay, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. For today, I want to wish you a blessed day. I'll recap the whole of what we have learned this week into tomorrow's morning session. Tomorrow is deep question and answer. Tomorrow, come with all your questions, all right? No matter how they look like. Don't fear. Come with your questions tomorrow. Tomorrow I do a recap and I do question and answer. Kindly upload this video on Telegram. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. How can I convert my profit to USDT? Hey, Joseph. How can you convert your profit to USDT? I thought I have explained it to you, sir. I've said the robot sells, it puts your money back to USDT, Mr. Joseph. You cannot convert your money back to, how can I convert my profit? But I've explained, Joseph, really. I've done my best. I don't know how far I can explain that again. I don't know how detailed I can go. When your robot sells, it returns your money back to USDT. If you move your money from USDT into another coin, then be patient. I'll continue to appreciate your patience when teaching. Thank you so much, Leader Israel. When you is the profit? Please, if you fund your account, why can't it increase your Binance balance on your Royalq? Oh, Richard, raise up your hand. Richard, raise up your hand. Richard and Joseph, raise up your hand. Don't fear. You don't need to put on your micro, your what? Your video. You just need to raise up your hand. Richard, can you unmute yourself? And Joseph? Joseph, let me start with Richard. Richard, get your question clear to me.
Yes.
Good morning.
Julius, thank you very much for your insight. The problem here is this: the balance of USDT in the Royalq is $22, for instance, and I have more than $300,000. $300 paid into the funded yesterday, and it's not showing as a balance in the Royalq.
Oh.
How do you use the money to trade?
How did you buy the money? Did you use P2P trading?
P2P trading, and then do a transfer from the funding to spot
is it in
wallet.
So it is on your spot in USDT, right?
Yes.
Okay, Richard, just look here. Just look at my screen. Are you following?
Yeah.
Richard. Okay, do you see this thing here? You see this thing here? Richard, do you see this thing here? Tap on it like this. Do you see when you tap on quantitative?
Yes.
You see this tapping here? Tap on it like this. It refreshes like this. This will increase. It will show your current.
Okay.
Is it okay now?
So what I'm going to tap is that batch setting or that particular icon.
Look, tap on quantitative, then tap on this thing here. This one.
Okay.
This one here.
All right.
I hope it's okay with you now.
I'm okay. I will do it.
Do it and see if you win, so that you don't get confused. Do it. I'm still here. Let me listen to Joseph as you do that. Yes, Joseph, what's your question? Get it clear to me. Joseph, please, sir. Joseph, you don't need to fear. Here you are just opening up your microphone and speaking. Nobody needs to see your face. Nobody needs to see your face. No, you don't need to get worried. Nobody needs to see you, either see your face, so don't get worried. Just bring your microphone near to you, speak.
Okay, my leader. Thanks, my leader.
Hey, all right.
So my question is this: after I have traded and I make profit in that coin, the profit is reflecting as a quantity of the coin in my Binance. Meanwhile, my USDT, which I used to as a capital, returned back to my spot wallet in USDT.
Yes.
Then how do I convert those little profits in that coin back to USDT?
Oh, no, Richard, you're not asking the profit. You are asking the
Okay.
remainder.
I'm okay, Mr. Julius.
Okay, congratulations, Mr. Richard.
Hello, Mr. Julius. Yes, I'm in order now. It's okay.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
All right, so Richard.
Joseph.
Hello,
Joseph, okay, Joseph,
yes,
this is what you mean. Let's go like this, okay? Now look, I'm in my exchanger, right? I sold Ethereum, okay?
Yes.
Let me refresh. But you see, there are some remainders. Is it what you mean? These small things here, these ones, these small ones, all right?
Yes, exactly.
Now, this is not your profit, all right?
Okay.
Now, let me explain something. Richard, follow clearly here. When we are using exchangers to trade, we are not the owners of these exchangers, okay?
Yeah.
Now, Joseph, are we together?
I'm with you. I'm following.
You see, Binance charges us and Hobby what we call take a fee and mark a fee, all right?
Okay.
Now, how do we find there? You see where they see here, use BNB to get discount. Let me go back, Richard. Richard, look, sorry, Joseph, look here. You see on home? You see on home here?
Yes.
You tap on home.
Okay.
You see on top here, Binance has put their thing here for 5 days. You see this thing here for 5 years, eh?
Okay.
This one. Are you seeing it here on top? Do you see it here?
I'm seeing it.
Then you tap on it. When you tap on it, let me cancel my thing, my IUB. You see it brings use BNB to get discount. You see this here?
Okay.
Then you tap on it. Now, you switch on. If you don't switch on mark a fee, Binance will always charge you 0.1. You see? They will charge you 0.1, mark a fee 0.1, take a fee. Now what do you do? You switch on this.
Okay, use BNB to pay fee. Yeah.
Use BNB. Socket rocket Ella. I didn't check out this. So use BNB, use this one to pay discount. I don't know what's happening, but I need to check out. You see it has switched on, right?
Okay.
It is on now. Now, instead of me paying 0.1, right? I'll pay 0.007, all right? Okay, now this is what you do, Joseph. Also in Hobby, you come here on your wallet, all right? Okay.
Okay.
Do you see where it is written, convert small assets to BNB?
Yes.
Now, me, what I do, I convert monthly. I don't convert all the time. Okay.
Okay.
Now, this is what I do. When I meet Joseph and Joseph is new into crypto, all right? My first step is to introduce my Binance account, my Binance link to him, all right? I hope you see me, I have very many, but I'm not the one who trades all these coins. You understand?
Yes.
People are busy trading. Now, on every trade they trade, I get paid on my exchanger, right?
Okay.
So what I do, I refer my link. So you pick it from my referral ID here. You see here? Now,
Okay.
when picking your ID, don't go in for the promo. The promo is for people who are not long-term in crypto. I want to show you the challenge. I have a friend of mine, and he's making good money from you. So you use standard referrals, right?
Okay, my leader.
Don't use lead referral. Use standard referral. I want you to. The reason why may I stay here long term is this. Look at this guy. Since he started, he has acquired 18 bitcoins.
Okay.
So you refer this. You tap on this link here. This one. Anybody who doesn't know about crypto and wants to use the exchange, I use this link here. You build long term and be patient. All right. Okay. Now let's get back. I show you. Now you see. Me, I convert monthly, right? So I'm going to convert for you to see. So I just get in here. Small assets to BNB. You see there are very many. So you make sure you are not converting the coins you are trading in your Royalq, right? Mine are not here because I'm trading too.
Hello.
Are you following?
Hello.
Joseph, are you following, sir?
Hello.
Maybe he has
Come again. It's like the network. The network is okay. I'm hearing you now.
Okay, I was
I can
saying
hear
you
you now.
tap and convert small assets to BNB. Okay. Make sure you are not converting the coins you are trading in your Binance account.
Okay.
Then you see I convert. I've converted all. Now I have very soon my BNB is going to reflect here. Let me refresh. All right. Now you see my BNB had $3. You see here?
Yes. 3.46.
Now I'll use this to pay my taker fee and marker fee. So I don't need to put BNB into my exchanger. So I will leave this $3. So whenever my robot will sell, the Binance will charge me any trade, but I will pay from here, from my dusts that remain. So I leave it there. Unless it's too much. If you see it is too much, Joseph, are we together?
I'm with you.
You tap on the coin BNB. You see? It opens. All right.
Yes.
So now it opens. These are different conversions that have been done. You see, then come here on trade. You see trade?
History. Trade,
You
yeah.
see trade?
Yes, I've seen it.
Then tap on trade. So pairs will come. Then you choose a pair that will return your money back to USDT, which is BNB stroke USDT. You see this?
Yes.
Then you tap on it. Then you come here on sell. You see this side? There are two. There is buy, there is sell, all right?
Yes, my leader.
Then you tap on sell. After tapping on sell, you see here there is this arrow where there is limit. You see that?
Yes.
Then you tap on the arrow and make it market price. You see that?
Okay. Yeah.
Now it's up to you. How much do you want to sell off your BNB? Do you want to sell 25%? Do you want to sell 50%? Do you want to sell 75%? Let me say I want to sell 50%. Then I tap on sell. But you see, they're saying it must be more than 10. So it must be more than $10 and above, right?
Okay.
That's when you can sell. I hope it's okay with you now.
Thank you, my leader.
Thank you very
Right.
much, my leader. Thank
you very much. I'm
All right.
grateful.
Thank you too.
Yeah. I've been wondering about that.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you too. I need to know more about a solo trader. Join tomorrow. I will do some recap about that. Please, how many currency pairs can we trade in a day? It's up to you. You can even trade all of them. Please, what's the best capital to invest in order to benefit from Royalq? I don't have any specific capital. Ladies and gentlemen, let me show you. It's not about capital. Unless you want to be a passive trader. If you're a passive trader, I would recommend how much? Start off $200. You start small, right? I started small. I'm one of the stories in Royalq that started small, but I know many. Now look at this trade. I just want you to look at this trade, especially those that are willing to learn. Look at this trade. From the 11th, look at 12, 13, 14. I started with $247. 247. I've collected 624. Does that make sense? There's no day that is not a paid day. I usually call myself the unemployable. I'm unemployable. No one can employ me. No one. There's nobody. I can't even become a minister. Me, I can't. Because I hate pressure personally. I hate pressure. I don't hate responsibility. I hate pressure. I want to be an entrepreneur. You know, one of the reasons why people like us dropped our careers and joined such businesses, we wanted to retire early, young and rich. And it lies on my portfolio. The other reason why I decided to build a business, I usually have it on one of my status. I don't know if it's there, but let me check. It's a funny statement. And it says, work so hard so that your grandchildren can be proud to call themselves your surname. I think it's my other WhatsApp. It's my motto, work so hard so that your grandchildren can be proud to call themselves your surname. They can be proud. They can be proud that I call myself Kabanda because there was a grand. That's why I'm unemployable. My grand who was existing was called Kabanda. I worked so hard to make that happen. So if that is your goal, life is sweet. Where I stay, they call me another name that they don't know what I do because I park my car, get into home, go for breakfast, go for shopping, come back home. I love that. So I hope I've answered your questions. Daniel, lastly, let's end this. I need to be on certain calls now. Yes, Daniel.
Yeah, Mr. Kabanda, good morning.
Morning.
I asked that question about the capital you need, the best capital you need in order to invest. Right now, my capital is small, and indeed, I'm suffering because I can't see the effect of the robot because the benefit that I'm getting from it are very, very small. So I was asking whether with $200 capital or upward, I can trade about 2 coins or 3 coins.
No. Now, are you making some profit?
Yeah. My capital is just 40, let's say $38, which is very small. So the profit, I can see some profit, but they are relatively very, very small.
Now imagine if your capital was $10,000. What would your profit be good?
Come again, please.
If your capital was $10,000, would your profit be good?
If my capital was
$10,000, would your profit be good?
How many? You said how many dollars?
$10,000. $10,000.
Yeah. Indeed, it will be very good.
Hey, now make it 10,000. Hey, if you are making some profit with 40, now make it 10,000. So I don't have any capital I could recommend. The more the capital, the more the profit. You know by yourself that you are making something with your little capital. So make it as more as you can.
Okay. Thank you very much.
But personally, I would recommend which type of trader are you? That's very important. That's the first question. Are you a passive trader? Are you a solo trader? If you're a passive trader, the minimum is 500. minimum go 500 per coin, all right? If you're a solo trader, solo traders, even if you start with 30, you can keep growing from 30 to 50, from 50 to 100, from 100 to 200, from 200 to 300 to 500. I'm the evidence. I'm the evidence. I started 247, now I have $900. Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining today. I wish you a perfect day. Leaders, V2s, V3s, V4s, go to your teams, teach your people how to set up their, I have people here, you know, that know what to do. Leader Joseph, your team should know how to use a trading view. Leader Peter, your team should know how to use trading view. Okay, let me see who else I know that knows what to do now. Let me see. There are not so many. Okay, Leader Annalyn. Okay, if people learn, you sit home, check your account. Let me prove to you, ladies and gentlemen, is it possible? We have not having electricity and I have not checked my app. Let me check for you my results now here with you. Let me open just to inspire someone who wants to take decision about taking the business seriously. Let me talk about lastly, passive income. Money that comes with or without you when you focus on teaching other people to learn what to do, all right? Not focusing on yourself, but focusing on others, all right? Let me open my main account. So, you know, when you many people, when they do business, okay, okay, just a minute. On my Royalq. On my Royalq, Okay, I haven't checked, but let me check with you. Passive income. When you teach others to trade, as they trade, you get paid. I'll do some money yesterday, but you see, ladies and gentlemen, how do you feel? $154. As other people are earning, you keep get paid. How do you feel? How do you feel, ladies and gentlemen? Many people are focusing, oh, I discovered this one, oh, you become rich tomorrow. No, build residual income. Focus on teaching people to know what to do. Focus on that. People get into your team. Focus on making them superstars. Focus on teaching them what to do. Rest and earn money. People want to get rich tomorrow morning. I want to be a billionaire tomorrow morning. No, build wealth. Empower people with skills. Sleep home, make money. Don't just allow people to join your team. They are suffering. I don't know what to do. And you are busy saying, I'm not willing to teach. You will keep on getting back to zero and looking for better businesses. But if they learn what to do, and for them to learn what to do, just invite them on this Zoom call. Let them come, those interested. I'm here. I don't know, I will spend off some $50 today. I eat some nyama choma. Then I call it a day. That's going to be my goal. So I will spend off some $50. I go for nyama choma. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining. Life is good if you focus on few things that matter. You can enjoy, and you keep taking it, it returns. You keep taking it, it returns. People say, but you withdraw. I withdraw. At least every day I withdraw. Minimum $50. Check dates. So I think I was giving someone a token. I gave someone a token of $15. You see? This is deposit. Hey, withdraw come. There's no that I don't enjoy money. Let me tell you, if God has brought a business that can make you financially free when you forget your name, might tell you, even if you have started today, let no one frighten you. Start small, focus on the skill, teach people what is nyama choma. Right, bye, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you. I wish you the best, and let's meet on the top. And let's keep working. This is good. It's worth your effort. It's worth your input. All right. Thank you so much. God bless you, all leaders. Thank you so much. Respect leader Annalyn. Let me respect some V4s, V3s, V2s in the house. All right. Thank you so much. V4, I've seen you. I saw leader OBM. I saw different leaders on the call at the start. Thank you so much for joining. I see leader Joseph, leader Kasaija. Okay, my brother Peter, one of our recent V2s. Proud of you. Turn your phone into a money-making machine. God bless everybody. And it's a bye from my side. Thank you.